Did you record? It's going good, baby.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling stoned.
Mm.
A lot of emotions are hitting me at once.
Overall, you feel good?
I do. I do. Me and my woman are mending.
Mm. How does it feel to be broken?
How does it feel to be broken?
Yeah, you said you're mending, so
Mm.
so just to mend, you would have to have broke, right?
Broke is a strong word. I would.
Cracked.
I'd say there were some cracks in the infrastructure,
Mm.
but honesty and transparency got us to where we needed to be.
Do you think you're honest and transparent?
I do now. I still think it's a work in progress every day. I do think there's times when I find myself like thinking about how I like to flirt the line of right and wrong, and sometimes I need to understand that like in order to be on the straight and narrow, you just gotta give it up as clean as your conscience dictates.
What are some examples of flirting the line?
Example of flirting the line would be eye contact. Flirty eye contact to me is flirting the line, but that's based on the relationship I'm in and the just the feelings I have for it.
What kind of flirty eye contact?
Just inviting, not necessarily. There's only so much you can do with eye contact, but
Yeah.
just more so just inviting, and that can lead to any type of possibility.
Can you think of any examples?
Eye contact.
Yeah. Eye contact, what it led to, how it made you feel.
Um, let's see. In class, me and Julie, she would turn around and she would talk to me, but use eye contact. And I just remember you like maintaining eye contact and like feeling some type of way about it.
What type of way?
Felt like it was just like an inviting just energy. Like we were both just like looking at each other, and I think she felt passion just like in our conversation, and then I think there was an attraction there as well, and so we both felt that way, like just like a passion in the conversation with like a hint of attraction, and so that was just expressed through the eyes. It was expressed through the eyes.
So how come when you find yourself answering questions like this before, your answers have been completely different than what they are now?
In what way was this answer different than the answer I've given you?
When you told me that she would have no reason, never flirted with her or gave her
Mm-hmm.
any kind of impression that, that you're feeling her. You've never given her any, she told me that she was the one who flirted with you, but you never did anything.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think
how come that answer is completely different from your answer now?
so. We're talking about flirting the line right now. So I like eye contact, and flirty eye contact is something that like I'm not gonna say I just like excuse in a relationship, but ultimately, like I understand that people flirt. Like I can't like it wouldn't be realistic in my mind to think that my woman wouldn't do something like that. So therefore, I don't equate it enough to put that into like a quantifiable reason for someone to get feelings.
So you think that because you have an assumption that when women are in relationships, you're just like, oh, they're gonna flirt and humans are just humans, whatever. So do you think that that's really what you think, or do you think that that's what you want to think so you can get away with doing that?
Hmm. It's a good question. Let's see. I think I used my small like pool of knowledge on the population that I've encountered and generalize that to a society of women. So I think it's a mix of my flirty nature and me doing that and thinking that someone else is going to want to do that as well, coupled with my, you know, my misconstrued idea of who I think people are.
Do you think that you choose to believe certain things based off the fact that you want to believe it so that you can still have that freedom in your own life? Or do you really just bunch all women together like like they're kind of women will be women, so if they're gonna be like that, I can be like this, or I can play with the line a little bit.
So I think before, like when I first got in a relationship, yes, I think I would have an idea of how things are gonna go, and I would move based off of that. Now, not so much. I don't have an idea of like not not nothing where I feel like, ooh, I'm free to just do whatever I want to do. No, not at all. My goal is to have a fully transparent, like just pretty, but pretty and ugly relationship at the same time.
So what makes now different than the last 6 months that we've been in a relationship?
What makes now different? I don't think anything about now makes it different. I, I, I'm just taking charge of now and not allowing us to have any more moment. I think now, like the thing that makes now different is now. So I don't want to take any time from you. I don't want to take any time from anybody. So I don't want to waste any more moments. I just want to be open to everything. Just flood the gates open and allow you to have your own opinion about what you want to do with this relationship.
Do you think that you're now coming to these realizations, or is it something you've wanted this whole time, but you just decided not to act upon, and now you're just like at the point where it's do it or don't do it, or like what is it now that you actually want to act on your words instead of just saying it and not?
I think the biggest thing is in my mind, I was wrestling with the fact that the situation that occurred, was it like, I was referencing conversations we had earlier about like dancing on people. And I know that you said that you're okay with us dancing. So I think in my head at that moment, I always use that. Like she said, we could dance. We could go to parties and dance. So I think that was my first excuse. And then when you blatantly asked the question and I lied at that point, that was like fear of like, oh shit, like, fuck, I don't want her to get mad, you know?
But you thought it was okay enough to do it, but not okay enough to tell me you did it.
Right, no. I thought it was okay enough to do it, and we were never going to discuss it because of the fact that earlier in the relationship we discussed that there were certain things that you were okay with doing. That's how I felt at that moment. But when asked, still should have been honest. So that's what I'm taking the responsibility on, and that's where I was just genuinely like just fearful of rejection, or you being upset.
Do you think that Julie had a right to be mad when you brought your girlfriend?
No. A right? No. Nope. Not at all.
But you gave her wrong impressions.
No,
You
not
led her
nothing.
in the direction of that you guys have a connection.
Yeah, connection. I have connections. I think a lot of people would say that we have a connection. Mm-hmm. But did I give her like a right? No. Like she had no right. Like absolutely no right. No.
But if you're holding eye contact and she's turning around and looking at you and you're feeling passion in your conversation and you're having all of these shared moments together for months on end, and then one day you show up with your girlfriend and you don't look at her anymore, you don't talk to her anymore,
Well, I talked to her. I didn't not talk to her.
You talked to her out of obligation. You didn't talk to her like she was your friend.
I talk to everybody out of obligation, like because I have a certain love for people. So once I have a certain love for you, like I talk to everybody like today. Once I have a certain love for a certain person, I'm not just gonna not walk around you and not say nothing. But I'm with my girl. Like
But
I
you
wasn't
didn't.
talking to nobody. I usually talk to like it's mad people I would talk to more than that. That because you were there, I'm gonna give you the most of my attention, right?
But do you think the conversation that you guys usually engaged in, you weren't able to engage in front of your girlfriend?
I could have every conversation with her in front of you, easy.
With your prolonged eye contact and your passion in your conversation?
I mean, yeah. You said you saw a lot of eye contact today. So I'm not really scared about being myself in front of you.
But you're scared enough to lie to me about it.
Right. At that moment, I was fearful. Absolutely.
What's the farthest that you went with someone, physical, unphysical, at all, during our relationship?
Sitting on my lap? The Julie thing?
I'm talking conversations, I'm talking...
I haven't had like an unprofessional, like where I'm cheating on you basically conversation. I've never had one
You
of
had a
those.
picture of some girl's tits on your phone while we were in a relationship.
We didn't talk to each other. She just sent that. That was the hi and bye text. I didn't even respond to it.
Saved it.
I did. That was it. I literally didn't respond, saved it, and then kept it pushing.
Okay.
So I could look at it.
And what?
Just look at it. There was no...
Just to go back and stare at it
Yes.
every once in a while?
Yeah.
Gross. How did you feel with Julie when she was on you?
I felt like...
What ran through your head?
Whew, I felt like... cool. Just felt like I'm just chilling. It wasn't like... no type of feeling other than like... just me thinking in my head like, is this the right thing to do or not? You know? But outside of that, I didn't think about anything else. Just chilling.
Felt natural?
It didn't feel like natural, not natural. It just felt like a friend, someone sitting on my lap. It wasn't like anything, just intimate, no.
You feel like you're being honest so far?
I do. No, I don't feel an intimate connection outside of like a friendship intimate.
If it was just a friendship intimate, why can't she look your girlfriend in her face?
Now that's her own personal degree. Like if she had a boyfriend and the roles were reversed, I wouldn't have been like that. Would have been fucking cool as shit.
Kiki, get down. Get down.
Yeah, I would have been cool. She could have, like, the roles are reversed. I'd be like, oh, what's up? Like, yo, what's up?
Do you think you were aware of the fact that she had feelings for you when you played on that?
Was I aware of the fact she had feelings for me? No, I was aware that she felt feelings towards me, but have feelings, like, for me? No. Like, does she like me? No. But I think maybe she thought I was cute or something like that, yeah.
You knew enough to make sure I knew what was up, though. So if
yeah, like
but not what was up in a real way, just what was up, like a sort of a heads up. So if something did happen, you could say that you told me, but you didn't really tell me. Nothing. You said, "Oh, there's this girl in my class, who I think really has been getting a crush on me lately. You know, she been hitting towards me. You know, tonight's the night. She might ask me what's up. She might
right.
around me." Do you think you were really telling me that to tell me that, or do you think you were telling me that as a cover for everything else happening and the fact that she might do something and you just needed to warned me in some way, and so you led me towards that kind of story instead of the real like relationship between you two.
No, like the me and Julie's relationship, like you're in the know. You are in the know. Like no ifs ands or buts about that. You're in the know. You're just in the know. I don't really like I said, when I had that conversation with you yesterday, that was me clearing my conscience, like fully, like you know what I'm saying, like literally, I can go to sleep like and not think about anything anymore, because that was like the only thing that was like keeping me on the ledge of like I can't trust anybody. I can't trust anybody. All right, so nigga, why can't you trust anybody? Oh, are you trustworthy? Okay, well, why don't you be as 100% as you know you can be? And then that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I can be all the way in it with you. Like, so you could start lying from today on out. That's cool. Like with me, at the end of the day, like I'm thorough. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as like that would have broke my heart probably a lot more if we broke up and I had like a lie. Like if I had a lie still that I needed to get off my chest and we broke up, like to live with that for the rest of my life, that would have been painful. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually love and care about you. So that was like one of the first things I wanted to get out. Actually, I wanted to say that to you yesterday, like before I even knew you were gonna break up. Like, I was like, we just need to sit down. Because I was already analyzing myself. I was like, okay, I got shit fucked up. Like, I need to tell her some shit if I'm expecting some shit, right? So I was like, I'm gonna tell her as soon as we meet up. I'm gonna just say it. But then you came over on some like we're gonna break up shit. So I was like, oh shit, like I can't even get in between this. Like what do I look like saying some shit on? Just get in your bag, you know. So once I once we were actually together and like I could talk to you, even though we just got back together, I didn't care. Like I was like, hey, if this breaks us up, like if this puts us back right on the edge, that's cool. Like I need to get it off my chest so that she knows everything. So that's what I did, and you know, yeah, that's it. Everything else on my conscience, like I got you. I put you in the know. I put you in the know.
You think that that's why you were so like quick to jump to like the worst case scenario because you had like a guilty conscience? So you think like, oh shit, I kind of did some dirt, and so this is the universe telling me like, oh she did too, or we can be fair or whatever. So that's why you were so like quick to let it be like, what the fuck, like.
Mm-mm. Subconsciously, maybe, but I couldn't like. If you're gonna ask me that question and me give you an answer, no, because the first thing I thought was, um, well, the first thing is I was like before this even happened. I think before this even happened, like in my head, I'm building questions for you that I haven't asked yet. And I feel like if I ask these questions, it's not going to be conducive to a good relationship. It's too intrusive. So, is the time?
No battery.
Oh, nice.
No diamond.
Yeah. So I was building these questions in my head about like, shit I would ask you if I was being super petty. And one of the questions was, yo, keep it real. Like I know when like you kicking it with niggas, like there's a group of niggas, but then there's the nigga that like, y'all kind of both understand that like if situations weren't this way, you would be talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to really ask that question to someone unless you just know who I am when I'm asking you it, right? I had that question, and then the same day, Leanne says that shit. And so that shit, like I was like, damn, I kind of predicted this a little bit.
Yeah.
And then your reaction.